What's going on, guys? Ruppy here, bringing you a live Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Finally getting around to doing a live battle for the Grand Pokemon League. Took a while. So to be fair, 5 of those 6 weeks I didn't have a, 5 of the 6 weeks beforehand I didn't have a capture card. And one of those was my bye week anyway. So, in a little bit, well, a few moments for you guys, I will be playing Connor, as he is known in the league, also known as Kuda, head coach of the Cerulean Celebis. I'm going to go ahead and flash the little team side-by-side graphic on the screen as I proceed to basically get ready to get into this, explaining teams. I am currently sitting at an undefeated record. I don't know his record off the top of my head. It'll probably appear in the video just to make up for it. But basically, at first glance, he has a very threatening team. He has a lot of offensive power at his disposal with the likes of Metagross, Gyarados, Mamoswine, Talonflame. Metagross or Gyarados, either one of those two could be Mega, which is a bit of a problem. Celebi, it's got some versatility to it. Florges, it's a special wall, it can hit relatively hard. Hitmontop's a spinner, and has some pretty nasty tricks up its sleeve. Latios hits really hard as a special attacker and has access to Defog. Umbreon is a wall, plain and simple. Gallade, also a potential Mega. Basically, the team I think he's going to bring is Metagross, Gyarados, Mamoswine, Talonflame, Umbreon, and either Hitmontop or Latios. Now, assuming he doesn't bring the Latios, honestly, even then, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my team now. Basically, the big thing with his team is that all of his biggest threats, offensively, barring Latios, are physical attackers. And my team, the Olivine Beacons, has access to 2 of the most physically defensive walls in the metagame, pretty much, and they've actually been quite useful in Draft League format. So, yeah, this is the team I decided to go with this week. I'm going to go ahead and go through them really quick. First off, we have Victini. I am running a Life Orb set this week and going full special because, honestly, aside from my game last week against the Little Root Town Blaze Knights, I have run a sub-Victini. I've run different variants of Victini, but every one of them has had Substitute on it, so the possibility exists that, and I think that sound is Connor letting me know he's about ready. I think the possibility exists that if I keep that, Sub-Victini might actually start to get predictable, so I'm actually not bringing Sub this week. I'm going full special offensive, Modest Nature, with Blue Flare, Thunder, Glaciate, and Focus Blast, which provides me with a pretty good amount of coverage. Also bounces my team out a bit because otherwise I'd be a bit overabundant in physical attackers. And, well, he does have just a wall in general in Umbreon. I think Special Victini will still catch him off guard. Next up, Scar the Sharpedo looking to do something this week. Speed Boost, obviously, Adamant Nature, Protect, Crunch, Waterfall, and Earthquake. Crunch and Waterfall handle his team really nicely, honestly, and Earthquake is there. Well, I put it on there mostly for Metagross, but I think Crunch actually does more. But Earthquake still has some pretty good coverage on there for some things. Honestly, maybe I should have removed Earthquake. But, I mean, well, I guess as far as neutral coverage is concerned, Earthquake still does hit some things pretty nicely. So, I guess there's no real loss there. Besides, Crunch would do more than Ice Fang to Latios anyway, and Celebi. Those are the only other things I would think that maybe I could run Ice Fang over Earthquake for, but it is what it is. Got a Focus Sash on there because that's... Well, honestly, I think Focus Sash is a lot more useful on a Speed Booster than a Life Orb, depending on the circumstances. Next up, one of my Regenerator walls, Bramble, is coming along. Relatively same set I've kind of been bringing, Assault Vest, with Giga Drain, Knockoff, Earthquake. This week I'm bringing Hidden Power Ice to kind of help balance things out with Knockoff if he brings Latios and Celebi. But Bramble is pretty much here in case he brings special stuff, and it can take hits from things like Gyarados. I think it actually does a pretty decent job walling Mamoswine too, to some extent. This is kind of just my all-around wall. It's always been a pain in the ass to take down, and part of me is hoping that trend continues just to help really neutralize the raw offensive power that a good chunk of Connor's team has. On that note, Tough Tusks the Don fan, rocking leftovers this week. Sturdy obviously has the ability. Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Rock Slide. Because, well, I'm bringing Rock Slide on 2 of my Pokemon this week, mostly because of the very real possibility that he brings Talonflame. Because Don fan can take a Brave Bird easily, and even if it still has Sturdy otherwise. And Rock Slide will OHKO even with minimal attack investment. I only have 4 attack EVs on this Don fan, but that's still enough to capitalize on Talonflame's low-ish defenses and quad weakness to rock to take that thing out. Duranium the Mega Aggron is coming along this week again. Sturdy before it Mega Evolves, obviously Filter after it Mega Evolves. I'm going a bit of an interesting set this week. I'm running a purely attacking set this week with Earthquake, Rock Slide, Heavy Slam, and Power Up Punch. Power Up Punch is mostly there to kind of capitalize on Umbreon, and also basically to boost Duranium's attack when I see an opening, just to kind of keep up the offensive pressure. I'm running a more physically defensive one this week. I mean, I've got some special defense EVs, but most of it is poured into defense, and I've got full HP as well. Mostly just because of the fact that I foresee him bringing since his team is mostly physical attackers, and I see him, and that's where all of his biggest offensive threats lie. And Duranium can just sit in here and wall them all day long with that ridiculous defense stat. And last but not least, making its return this week, having not really been seen yet. I mean, I brought in my week 1 game, but I haven't really used it yet. Is Light the Jolteon. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Signal Beam, and I believe that is Hidden Power Grass I put on it for... No, why would it be Hidden Power Grass? I got no reason to run Hidden Power Grass. No, great, now I don't... I think it's actually HP Ice, because I don't recall any reason to run... Oh yeah, no, it is HP Grass, because I ran that specifically for Mamoswine if he brings it, if I happen to find myself in that situation. Choice Specs, Voltador is the ability. I think Light can actually put in a lot of work for this game. So, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and get connected with Connor here in a moment, and we'll be good to go. So, see you guys in a few moments. Alright, we are connected with Connor here. So, will my Olivine Beacons remain undefeated, or will the Cerulean Celebis be the team that dethrones us? Connor is, in fact, as of this recording, the former Ion Pokemon League champion. He actually lost the title in this week's series of games. I still have yet to play mine for this week's. I'm trying to get that together still. So, good luck, Connor, and let's see what happens. Make sure I select the right team. And let's see what he brought to the table. Did he bring what I think he did? Almost on the money. He brought the Mamoswine. He brought the Talonflame. He did bring Gyarados. He did not bring... Well, no, he did bring his 4 main offensive threats. He did not bring the Hitmontop or the Umbreon. I was kind of... He brought the Celebi, which I don't think is that big of a problem. And he did bring the Latios, which I know I can take hits from that thing. So, I think his most likely lead is probably going to be either Mamoswine to try and get rocks up, or potentially even Celebi, just to try and start with that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave with Bramble, actually. Because Bramble can take both Mamoswine and Celebi. If he wants to bring in Gyarados and try to start setting up with that, I am perfectly fine with that as well. And we'll go from there. So, let's see if Connor has the solution to my Olivine Beacons. I'm gonna go ahead and lead with Bramble. And he is going to lead with Yama, which is... Oh, he leads with the Mega Metagross. Okay. That might be a bit of an issue. Okay, so I am Assault Vest. I know I'm running HP Fire this week. Not HP Ice, HP Fire. Just trying to make sure I got everything in order for calcing. He can't really do too much there. I think I'm just gonna Earthquake and see what he does. Oh. Okay, this is his Stealth Rocker. So if he didn't Mega Evolve this thing, I have a feeling that Earthquake is not gonna do a whole hell of a lot. Okay. So this means his Mega is Gyarados. Because, well, I didn't see an item on this thing. It can't be Assault Vest because he used Stealth Rocks. I don't know if it's gonna switch. I'm gonna knock off predicting a potential switch. Yep, there we go. Okay, so what are you going into? Dreadnought. That is the Talonflame. Okay. Well, I knocked off... Oh, I am sorry about the crit. Well, I took off the Choice Band. That crit... Oh, that crit mattered. That crit probably mattered. I really don't have anything else to hit this thing with. I mean... Well, the good news is that there is no Choice Band anymore, which is definitely a good thing, because Talonflame with the Choice Band is a problem. I think I'm gonna switch into Tough Tusk here. That way I can at least get rid of the rocks. Bramble hasn't been hit yet, so Regenerate's not gonna really do anything. Okay, Tough Tusks come in. Gonna take rocks damage. What are you going to do? You are going to Swords Dance. Okay. Part of me is tempted now. I think getting rid of rocks just became a far less priority. I'm gonna Rock Slide. He's gonna go ahead and Braver. I'm going to get rid of this Talonflame right away. That is actually a relief. That did a lot of damage. But this Rock Slide is gonna hit, and Talonflame is out of commission. That is huge. And Tough Tusk is gonna get another kill in the season. It's been a while. Tough Tusk, I've explained in past videos, has kind of really been the team martyr, so to speak. It's set up rocks, it's spun them away. He's gonna bring in Mamoswine now, which... not too keen on that. Because I need to spin these rocks away, but I also need to set them up. I don't think Donphan is gonna live in Icicle Crash, though, with this thing's Life Orb. No, not from this range. It's definitely not. Okay, so what is my play here? If this thing's Life Orb, my life becomes problematic here. Okay. What else? What do I really need Donphan for? I mean, I would love to really get rid of these rocks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to set my own up at this point. And if I don't set mine up, I can't force him to potentially defog without Latios. I don't want to switch into Uranium yet. I'm just gonna try and get my own rocks up. Oh my god. He missed the Icicle Crash. This has kind of been hacks in my favor, and I am not a fan of that. I am not the biggest fan of hacks in the world. I do not... I think I might have said in the previous-ish video that I've at least recorded that I am not the biggest fan of. I'm just gonna rapid spin. That Icicle Crash is gonna hit. I think it still takes Tough Tusks out. It is. So, Tough Tusks, once again, it got Rocks up at least. And this thing is, in fact, Life Orb. Okay, so, what is my play now? Unless I can get him to get rid of Rocks, Scar's Focus Sash is not happening. I have to check. I'm gonna go back into Bramble. I am almost... I think... I'm probably making a very big mistake here. But I think Bramble can live in Icicle Crash and fire off a Giga Drain. I am probably making the biggest mistake of my life here with this play. Well, not the biggest mistake of my life, but... I'm basically banking on the fact that this thing... I know it's Life Orb. He's gonna switch. Okay, so... And there's Celebi. So, that right there confirms to me that he is not confident in Mamoswine's ability to potentially try and KO Tangrowth, which works for me. The question is, what does the Celebi do now? I'm gonna knock off. I don't care what item the Celebi has, I'm getting rid of it. Oh, he's gonna set up a light screen. Okay. This knockoff is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to get rid of Light Clay, which is very nice. That light screen is going to hinder Victini a bit. What is my play here? I don't think he's going to attack. I honestly think the play he makes here is going for Reflect or Recovering. And to that end, I'm going to bring in Scar. I'm probably taking a risk with this play, but I think I can get Scar in relatively safely here. I do not see this Victini attack. Well, this Celebi attacking. There's the Reflect. Okay. So he has Reflect up, which is I am not a fan of. He's got both screens up. Luckily, the Reflect's only going to last 5 turns, as opposed to 7, since I knocked off that Light Clay. The problem is, Sharpedo... I can't really take a Giga Drain, though, with that Reflect up. Okay, that was a misplay on my part. I should have seen that coming. Well, damn. I'm just gonna crunch. Okay, I do outspeed. He stays in. Is he gonna recover? That is just barely gonna miss out on the kill, and he's going to recover. So, Light Screen, Reflect, Recover. I would assume his last move is an attacking move, and I have... Okay. I want to protect. I want to scout this. Scar's got a speed boost up. I want to see what his attacking move is. He stays in. It is, in fact, Giga Drain. So he does have Giga Drain. So... I'm gonna get Scar out of here. What do I go into, though? Actually, I think I might be able to go into Victini. I might be able to get Victini in here. Let's see, Mamoswine, Gyarados. Yeah, I'm going... Okay, so that was not one of my bright moves. I really should have known better, considering I knew he was going to set up the Reflect. So let's go into Victini. I'm going to take Stealth Rock's damage, which is very unfortunate. This Giga Drain is not going to do much. So at this point now, the question becomes... He obviously has no idea what kind of Victini I am, because that's almost impossible to prepare for, really. So the question really becomes... I mean, this thing can take a blue... it might be able to take a blue flare from this range with the light screen up. But what does he switch into? I mean... Metagross doesn't want to take a blue flare. Gyarados doesn't want to risk the burn. Mamoswine... Honestly... I'm gonna Glaciate. I think he switches. I think he's bringing in Latios. Nope. I called that one wrong. He brings in Metagross. So, on the plus side, Metagross' speed is gonna go... I mean... Pretty sure Victini out... There goes the Reflect. So at least that's gone. Okay. But I should be able to fire off a blue flare here. Yep. I don't think the light screen's gonna save him this time. That light screen is not gonna save him. Metagross is gone. Alright, so I'm up 5-4 now. Victini's getting worn down here because I put the Life Orb on it. Those rocks are gonna might become a problem. They've already broken Scar's Sash. There's the Latios. He knows I have Glaciate. I would think... Okay. Let me think for a moment here. Is Victini absolutely necessary to beat that Celebi? Honest answer, I don't think so. Do I just let Victini go down here for the second time this season, for the greater good of the team? Do I make that play, is the question. Because Duranium's not Mega Evolved yet. Let's see. I'm gonna go into Bramble. I think I might be making a mistake here, but I think I need Victini to beat that Celebi. I think Victini's probably my best bet to beat that Celebi, considering the screens. He's gonna Surf, which is perfectly fine with me. Bramble's gonna eat that up. There goes the light screen. I do not see a Life Orb. You know, now that I think about it, Mega Latios is a possibility. Mega Latios is a very real possibility. I'm going to knock off and see what he does. He's going to switch into what? He's going to go back into Celebi now. So there's the Celebi. I'm going to knock off again, which... Okay. So now the question becomes, what do I do here? I know he's going to set screens back up. I know that. I think... I can get Duranium in here. I think I can get Duranium in here and start setting up a bit. Yeah, he's gonna set up a screen. I know he is. No, he's gonna recover. Which is fine with me. That is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and my play, honestly, I'm gonna Power Up Punch. I know it seems weird considering this is a Celebi, but I think if I get enough Power Up Punches, I can probably, even with a Reflect, I think I can 2-hit KO the, well, I can do some damage. There's the Reflect. So he does get the Reflect up. I'm going to go ahead and Power Punch. It's not going to do a damn thing to Celebi, but I am going to get the attack boost. Okay, so I'm at +1 now. I'm gonna Power Punch again. Because I think... Okay, he's withdrawing into Gyarados. Which... I believe it does have the Intimidate. So, now the question becomes, is he Mega? And if he is, I might be in a bit of trouble here. I'm gonna Rock Slide. Yep, he is Mega. He is, in fact, Mega Gyarados. So, I might be in a bit of trouble here. Okay. Oh, there's Mold Breaker. Which I think is gonna break Filter. It might bypass Filter. Well, I think it does, but at the same time... I'm gonna Power Punch. Okay, there's the Earthquake. Which does not do as much as I thought it might. So I'm gonna be able to get up to +2 here. And let's Earthquake now. He's gonna Earthquake, so we're gonna exchange Earthquakes. Duranium's gonna be able to take that and Earthquake back. Okay. There goes his Reflect now. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky business here. Because at +1, this Gyarados causes me some problems. Okay. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake again. So, Duranium's not gonna be able to work out as well as I thought. I mean, it was an idea. I thought it might work. But, okay. So now comes the real issue. Okay. So, right now... How do I want to go about this? I think my only hope to win... Actually... I don't think I need to take that risk. I was thinking I was going to go into Jolteon, but honestly... I can go into Bramble. I still have Bramble. And Bramble... Yeah, I think Bramble should be able to deal with Gyarados. Let's just go ahead and Giga Drain. I don't know if he's gonna... He might switch, but I don't think he will. He might just leave Gyarados in and try to get some damage off him. Yep, he's just gonna go for the Crunch. Which Bramble should be able to take. Well, there's the defense drop. It doesn't take it as well as I thought, but this Giga Drain should be enough to knock out Gyarados. Crisis averted. Whew. Okay, Mamoswine is still an issue, though. Mamoswine is still running around, causing problems. That Celebi is still a pain in my ass. Okay, he's gonna go into Mamoswine now. Okay. So, this is an interesting situation. Do I let Bramble go here? Because, let's see. Without screens... Would a Hidden Power Grass take this thing out? Actually, I think it might. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to let Bramble go here. Sorry, Bramble. You had a phenomenal game, Bramble. Thank you so much for everything you've done in this game. Okay, now the issue. What if this... Is this thing... Would it be... No, if it's Jolly, I wouldn't outspeed. So Victini... I'm gonna go into Victini, honestly. Because I think Victini can put some pressure on here. Because even Life Orb, I don't think Ice Shard Okos from this range. Celebi is not going to want to come in on a Blue Flare. This thing doesn't want to take a Blue Flare, even if it is Thick Fat. Latios, I don't think it's going to appreciate... I'm going to Blue Flare here. He's going to Ice Shard. This should not... Victini is barely going to live. And I'm going to end up... Because of the Life Orb that I have on Victini, I'm going to end up trading Victini for Mamoswine. On the plus side, though. On the plus side. I think this is the situation I was looking for. Because from this point... I don't remember how much HP that Celebi's got. I'm going to go into Light. I am going to go into Light. He's going to go into Celebi. Alright. This is what I was looking for. I'm going to Signal Beam. This is Light's time to shine. Pun totally intended. I'm going to Signal Beam. And that should take out Celebi. So now there's only one lingering question left. What set is this Latios? Because I am still in danger of losing this game. I'm still in very real danger of losing this game right here. Because if he's Scarfed, I think I lose. I'm gonna sacrifice Scar. I know it's not exactly what Scar wanted out of this game, but I think that's my play to make here. He Psyshocks! That is huge. I'm gonna protect to be on the safe side in case he's not Scarfed. But if he is and just locked himself into Psyshock, then I just won. He's Scarfed. He's Scarfed. He's locked into Psyshock. Light and Scar are going to be able to pull it off for me. Wow. Both of them finally getting a chance to shine. Oh, man. I don't know. I thought he was going to lock himself. If he was Scarfed, I thought he was going to lock himself into Draco. That's why I made that play. Yeah, that confirms to me he was Scarfed. I think he forgot about Sharpedo. Crunch is going to be able to knock it out. And the Olivine Beacons are going to be able to light the way to another victory. Our undefeated record remains intact with a 2-0 win. A very tough 2-0 win at that. That was a close one. Thank you so much, Connor. That was a great game. Just like my game with Custos last week. That was really down to the wire. Holy hell. So, that's gonna do it for me. Rather nerve-wracking battle, but one of my first live counter. I mean, I'll probably get better at this the more I do it. So, there's still room to grow and improve. I'll eventually get to the point where maybe I'm able to do this a little better for you guys. I'm getting used to it still. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I have been Ruppy. Our Olivine Beacons are going to extend our undefeated record just a little more. and I am gonna see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hey guys, just wanted to add one small little tidbit to the, detail, etc., whatever, to the end of this video to kind of explain what happened at the end of the game. Connor and I talked afterwards, and apparently he did not simply forget about the existence of Sharpedo when he locked himself into Psyshock. His Latios was in fact scarfed, but during those final plays, after he brought Latios in, he dropped his 3DS, he told me, and when he was picking it back up, his finger accidentally ended up clicking Psyshock, and that's what he ended up locked into. So, honestly, the way you look at it, my Olivine Beacons are still undefeated because of a misclick, and even though that happens, believe me, I've made my fair share of misclicks, including one that exists on YouTube already. Just go watch the video of my battle with Shady Penguin over on Shady's channel from sometime near the end of last year. I don't remember when. But basically, he told me, and I really should have deduced this sooner, because it seems like the more likely play, that Latios, would have Dragon Pulse as opposed to Draco Meteor if it was a Scarf set, and that's exactly what his had. So, if I would deduce that sooner, the correct play I should have made, looking back at it in hindsight, is letting Jolteon drop, so I could bring Sharpedo in, and then from that point, to outspeed a Scarfed Latios without my sash intact, with my sash broken, I would have needed a double protect. So, either way you look at it, that game would have come down to a little bit of luck at the end anyways. I mean, I would have kind of preferred sort of the double protect one, but it is what it is. I'm still sorry about the whole misclick thing, Connor, and even though our record technically is undefeated, in my mind, by all accounts, my Olivine Beacons should have lost, so I'm going to look at that as a loss going forward, as I basically try to prove my Olivine Beacons are gonna bounce back for this, and we are still going to continue taking the league by storm as we head into playoff time. Because, either way, my Beacons have still clinched the playoffs at this point, and it's almost pretty much guaranteed that we're gonna win our division at this rate. But, yeah. Just figured I'd tack this on to the end of the video really quick, just so you guys were aware of the real story behind what happened with the end of this game. That said, I have been Ruppy, and I'll catch you guys next time.